Hello and welcome. Right, just checking the actual sound is. Yeah, no, we are working. Fantastic. Yeah, always have these. I've set that on its own Steam, also to see how good the splines are. But this is FarmerBOB, so yeah, it's working right across the map to a specific location, which is a very, very rare thing. Another one of those things I was sort of talking about when people are marking down someone who really knows how to make a map. You know, it to me it's a bit of a travesty because you don't get this behaviour of anything to go to a field, a pinpointed area on a map is almost unheard of. I've this farms in Briscoe and I mean, ooh, my life. Says as he clocks it. Yeah, they usually just instantly laugh at you and fail instantly. It really is that simple. But yeah, that one is making its way across the map straight to where I've told it to go. Yeah, amazing, it is. Right, now we need to take a right here, I think, and then we need to follow this path. Thought this is quicker to go with this. Yeah, because we need to grab the stuff that we have got. So we need to tell all of our things to sort of pop out to spawn, and we need to put them on here when the telehandler eventually gets here. Of course, that might be. This is what I could really do with my ramps sorted now. Yeah, it is annoying. It is. I do concur. Actually, yeah, I should be doing a bit now, but my heart was not in it, and that's the trouble. It is. It's right. So let's get this ready. Stick this sort of like that. Yeah, I did have an awful long time when I really wasn't up to that. Oh, it's not terrible. Not really. It's not terribly far off. So we need to keep it saying chipboard. Oh, no. Oh, I've done it again. I keep forgetting to move across. Right, so we want Dawn's Glow. No, I think Dawn's Glow's alright. So we want Spawn. Ember Water's not enough. Emerald Drift is not enough. Ebon Crest. Not enough either. Particle board definitely is spawn. Chipboard spawn and OSB spawn and Oakvale chips is, I think that's also it's spawn. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of those. So how are we doing on our watering that in our super guar beans and super poplar and also the super chippy? Right, we could do with the load. So let's quickly, whilst we've got few seconds, which it is only a few seconds, let's do another load of water. We only need it really for the ooh, excellent. Yeah, I do like where we've actually got to. It's nice that this is actually taking shape. It is true. Sometimes you get all bent out of shape because something's not working right. Then you have to remind yourself, like last night when I did the convert thing, that's complicated stuff. You've got to remind yourself that vehicles are very complex. You could just, like JHHG and Sid Modding, just spend all of your lives doing harvesters and getting good at that one thing. Modding is that complicated. Now I've tried to sort of do loads and go across the whole gamut of modding, weights, trailers, water trailers, and they're all they are different. It is true, very, very different. So I've got to remind myself that you actually are doing not a bad job. Calm down. Don't I must do another second row of these as well. Yeah, I mean, animal enclosures, I don't think I've done a bad job of those as well. Yeah, I've done quite a few of those really complicated ones, the big ones with the cow barn, the Robot feeder. Yeah, I've managed to do that as well. So you have to sometimes remind yourself of your victories, and not your, you know, your fails as you consider them a fail, because like it's yeah, 3 high is definitely enough. This is the bit that's difficult, is the grabbing them before they spawn. We could sort of... Oh, okay, no we can't, we've not got time. It's ever so weird with these. Sometimes they spawn, take a minute, and then other times they're instant. I've even had them spawn underneath me as I'm like, yeah, which is something that I never... That's a behaviour that I never would have thought possible, but it is. Ooh, be careful. Yeah, like now you wait on them and you think they're not... Oh, okay, that's everything, and it's not. It's definitely more. Just being a bit slow. Go 3. Ooh. Right. We're going to time-lapse this. There's not really enough. You know, if it was a full year between us, like, doing this, I would say yes, because it really... There would be an awful lot in a full year, but like we've probably got about, yeah, double what we've got. We can see there. Oh my life, that was scary. It was. Yeah. I must admit, the reason I'm not modding now is because of my failure with the weight. It is. I'm like, oh, and not just that. Yeah, I know. I'll show you. This has really got me at the minute. I've done my barrels. I swapped them out to the exact place of where they were, and all I did was that, the colour, and look at that, and that lost its wheels, and that it's lost its front. It's not, yeah, it's all of them have lost things, and I did a trick which is to copy them to the exact same place. So why are they not in the exact same place? And that's it. Welcome to the world of modding. What should be an easy sort of thing, and you know what you're doing, what should be an easy thing is made difficult by the software that you're using that doesn't do what it should do, which is so disheartening. You think, Gordon Bennett, I've only changed, you know, the colour of it, for heaven's sake. I've been into Blender, done the blendering. Why have I now got to remake all 3? You know, like, and it's sort of like, it's sort of disheartening. I'm gutted in a way. It really is as simple as that. I am just totally gutted by, you know, by the enormity of the task I've got to do. I've almost got to recreate them. I've almost got to go back in there and twiddle with every last little thing, due to the fact that the software does these sort of tricks. When Giants do an update, all of a sudden, and this is the world of modding. It really is that horrible. And I was looking at, I was on the forums the other day, and I was seeing Ola Haldor, and this is what I'm saying. This is what people have got to face. Giants nonchalantly call people their partners. They call it the partner program. And if you've seen the comment by Ola Haldor on Giants forums, where he's asking Giants, Ola Haldor's a good modder, okay, but he's right. The documentation is like almost non-existent for many complicated things. As a modder, I know myself, I've had to learn a lot of tricks. Nobody tells you anything, not anything worthwhile. Yeah, some of the real complex stuff as you get good at modding. And I'm not there yet, but what I mean is, if you do like Ola Haldor and you know your stuff, and FarmerBOB Briscoe and people like that, they really know their stuff. They'll go on the Giants forums, the one people who know this subject well, and they'll ask them a question. You should see the evasion, or the sarcastic comments that the modders get, or they don't get anything, is the most common. Yeah, it really is. It is that bad. Now, when you hear giants sort of say publicly about the partners, you're like, what, really? Is that the way you treat your partners? Seriously, there's no love lost there at all, really. So giants, the people who they're the ones who are not treating their partners well. Now I know I've seen this sort of contempt myself, and when I first went on trying to do what I'm trying to do myself, and there is almost contempt. And I'm like, yeah, as I said, there is this also public comment that's still on the forums. It's not, I mean, I'm not trying to be nasty. I don't have to try. I really don't. It's just, I've always felt this way, that the giants are a little bit hostile. But when I see, the Ola Haldor one was the one that the other day topped it all for me. I was like, oh, do you know, seriously? You know what I mean? It's just like ridiculous. It was almost, asking and saying that the documentation's not there. And he's right, it isn't. But, like, did they help him? No. His last comment is, like, trails off to nowhere because no one bothered to get back to him. Now, they were the experts. I mean, admittedly, some modders have said it is the fact that I'm not pretending. I'm not going to, like, say anything. I mean, modders get paid for modding. So, all people... Ooh. The other thing is you'd never own the mod. Yeah, you've got to always remember. That's why I say, in a way, when... You don't ever own the mod. It's giants. It's their software. It's their everything. So they own the whole shebang. It really is as simple as that. And you'll never own it, really. You'll just work on it. I think this might be it, actually. Yeah, I do. I think otherwise we would have got them popped by now. So I think that is it. I did think it wasn't too much. Yeah, we would have filled this in a year. We would have filled this maybe and then some. Yeah, we would have. Having done this on quite a few. Oh, okay. Apologies. This has got, it's got very... So you really are on your own. Now, giants will teach you the basics, but I've got to be honest, as I said, they'll teach you the basics as if you're an absolute genius. Yeah, they will. I've got to be honest. You are learning. Gordon Bennett. Right, okay. Let's try again, shall we? Yeah. It is. It's a. I mean, but don't get me wrong. Even saying all of that, I really do enjoy it. Not. I mean, as I said, going on the mod hub and all the rest of it. Actually, ever wondering if I'll be? I'm not sure I will, because I'm not really playing Giants game. I'm a bit like Lambo. Lambo's he's another one. I suppose I'm a bit long in the tooth as a person to see the politics that unfortunately goes through so many sort of things of life, really. Politics of one sort or another that just ruins things. But it is what it is. But I'm still enjoying it, and I still wish to do it. But I really would wish to do it. Yes, let's go the proper route. Let's go the. I still wish to do it, but I don't particularly care about the money side of things. I'm not doing it for that. But I do need to make my mods very stable. Yeah, it's sort of, that's what, in a way, what I'm trying to do now with doing the texturing is sort of, because obviously JM Gaming sort of gutted me. Now he's what he said was true, although also the texturing to find, it's still my mistake though. Right, so that's the farm. Yeah, as a friend, he was just telling it how it is, and my sheds, they needed a bit of attention, so he said, they're not really up to sort of scratch, and I'm gutted about that as well, as you do, because it's personal, even though he was not being. It's over there, isn't it? So is there a way to turn left and then go right? I don't think there is, but let's have a look. Yeah, so you always take it personal, but the bottom line is it's got to spur you on, but also... so let's have a look. Yeah, so it is... it's down this one that we did before. There isn't a proper route here, unless we wish to make one. We could make a little bit of a road ourselves straight down here. Although, is it that? It's a Pharaoh trek, actually, and with you having to do this time and time again, like if being as I am insisting that, you know, we're going to have to come down to, oh, no, left-hand side. Sorry, my bad. Now then, I think we did this the other way. I did, which was very silly of me. I should know better than this, really, because this is going to be quite hard to get the front end of that. Fantastic. 680,784. That's not a bad business, is it? Really, it is good stuff. They are good products. It's a good business, but that's what you want, isn't it? It is. But we did. You got to remember they are 5,000 litre pallets, and we had quite a few of them. So it is a good little learner, and I'm not sort of for 1 minute denying this fact, right? So then let's remind ourselves, I think we'd already done the sales this morning. We had, so that is that. So we are now facing, it's January, so let's go on a little bit further. We've got things we're expecting to pop, or we're hoping to pop. We've got, yeah, we have got a planter now which is popped, but oh, it was not the right one. But we have some things popped now. What is it? Ooh, the stone picker, nearly half price. It's gonna hurt us, but you know, it's a fantastic bit of kit. This is a modder who knows what he's doing. BDB, SSB. Yeah, he's another one who didn't fit in for a while with Giants. Now all of a sudden he does. He's allowed to sort of pop in and do things, and I'm really pleased for him that he's, you know, that he's allowed to come in like this, because he deserves it. He's a really good modder. Let's go 1 o'clock. Alright, let's try that and see what have we got. What has popped into the... neither of them. Yeah, nothing. No, nothing for us to worry about. They're all small items that are not worth looking, not worth 30 odd grand. Simple as that. Right, smash it. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, as that old saying goes. That's a standard. Oh, we'll leave it, I think. We're going to go straight through to February morning. Yeah, that'll do. I'm quite happy. Again, I don't want to make a meal of this if we don't. I don't want to be like faffing around. This is why I've put the 30 grand limit, so that it speeds this up. It's fine-tuning of something so that we're not always in the store, always buying and selling. And obviously, as you've get your equipment, that's not mine, that's a GTA. Yeah, I'm stopped using the GTA because it's, yeah. So we'll say no, thank you. Oh, now that would be useful. It would, especially at that kind of price. Definitely, yes, please. That's very useful. So we've got... Now, let's just try something. Now, this what I'm going to state this before, because this is for everybody, including myself, to sort of say, well, is this... So let's grab you first. I'd like to see, because there's too heavy a loss for you to, like, do what I would normally say, which is, if I do this, then I'm going to take the loss. But I want to see, do you make profit? If you go for the crane option, the dearer option, does it give you profit on the whole shebang, or is it an extra that you lose completely? Now, I think it'll be that way. In fact, I really think it'll be that way. So yeah, you know, I think we will not do that. It would be nice to know though, but I've got to reload the entire game just to actually do that. So I think without the Cronin blade, I don't think it'll... Is there a way, like a middle option where you're losing... No. No, it's standard. It's too much to lose. Well, yeah, I suppose it is, but that's my point. What we could say is, okay, we'll give ourselves the difference. What I mean is, yeah, so if we like do the standard, that we don't do the really big one. If we do that, it's 199,000. We should earn 20 odd grand if we do that. If we don't, we should earn 9 grand if we do this. So let's just have an agreement. This is for everybody to see. Do we get, or we should get 99,000? Like, yeah, what I mean is minimum we should get is 99,000 if we'd sold this. So we've just paid 199. Do we only make, or do we make 220? Which it should be ish. If this works right, we should get that. If I'm wrong, and I think I am, yeah. Yeah, you that's a heavy loss. So we need to give ourselves the 20 grand we lost plus the profit we should have made, which would be 9,000. So 29,000. That's about right. Right, smashing. Okay, agreed. So you don't. I was right, but although it did make more than I thought it would, but it still wasn't profit, not proper profit. So 623, let's go through till 10 o'clock. No, sorry, till 1 o'clock, but we might stop at 10, because it's sometimes, if it's going to pop something, it will do it at 10 o'clock. It's a, yeah, it's, you can see as well, the other thing that is a strange thing about this is it is totally random about what comes where. Yeah, so, you know, it's really is that random on, you know, when things sort of come, which is really sort of strange. So 58,000, that's pretty much half price, so that's really is good for a 30 meter. Fantastic. And let's go through till 1 o'clock. It still doesn't stop things popping later, but it just seems that it really wants to pop at 10 o'clock a lot if it's going to pop. So I don't really know if it is hourly as I think. Well, we're getting a few class dominators. And this is only viable on the 1 or the 2,000 options. So 6,000 we'd lose heavily on it. Yeah, it's a having sort of battle with it again. I have certain ones I've tried because I think, well, it's only a loss of a couple of grand, it's worth trying, and I'll say, but when it's that amount that that's why I said in advance, well, I'm not prepared to lose that. It's just too much money for me to lose that, really. Back to 572. So yeah, we're down a lot because of obviously the header. Right, so then, no, wrong button. So we'll take this till 4. In fact, let's try 5. Ooh. All my life at 5 o'clock. Blizzards come in. Yeah, this is sort of why I'm getting a bit, because it is ruining. Because you sort of often like start in April due to the bad weather now. It's gone from one extreme to another. Oh, someone's brought it back. Another Kongskildy. Is that the same one? It is indeed. So this one we'll buy to sell. And that we will keep as no. And 83. And that is it. We'll grab them both with this particular tractor. It's not a bad little tractor. It is as a tractor, I quite like it. It's got quite a nice shape as well. Quite obviously deliberately to allow the shape of the safety frame and everything. But it still is not a bad. I think it's 180 horsepower. This is fairly weak, but it's obviously a bit of a special... no, you got in the wrong place. Where's my green gone? Say 13 odd grand. So, you know, not bad profit when you do it like that. So it's February morning. Now, what are we actually doing? Because we are going to start doing grass, and we have got. Now, that is true. We will make our own seeds and all of that type of stuff this year. We're going to start in earnest. What are we? Yeah, we're doing grass. We can definitely afford some fields as well. I mean, yeah, FarmerBOBs. Really, I mean, they're not cheap though. I mean, yeah, they are proper sort of field type prices. Yeah, I mean, that's not cheap. We won't be able to buy many, even saying all that. So we've got 8, 10, and 1. Do we have 8 as the... Can we afford one more? No, we need a pot of money. This is what I always say about this type of thing. You need a pot of money. You really do for this kind of thing, or you lose. You've sort of got to have about, I think, 400 grand in the bank, roughly, but you can go down to about 2, but you're going to lose some of the best profit items if you've only got 200,000. Oh, this is what I'm saying. It may go. Don't worry about it just yet. That's a different one, but it's 8,000, so that's worse. Yeah. So the Agco 12 meter. Let's save the header till last. So we want, another lorry, accessories, which I do love, but we've already got 2 lorries, so, you know, we're actually all right. We can buy both of these things, the big things. We're gonna, we need to build our money back up. It's obviously with spending that cash, we really need. There is an option with nothing. Yeah, and some of them haven't got options with nothing, so. That's very close to 30,000, so I will allow it. All right, so then let's get some cash back. Yeah, it is true like that. If you'd have... We would have just managed both of these if we were at 200 grand. So we could have spent a bit... Oh, no, this is where you do fail, because you can't see where you are. It's true. But we can do that trick. I mean, it is a game, and that's what I have to keep reminding myself sometimes. That but you can. Right. You have to remind yourself as well. Like, obviously, it's deforming the ground because the snow is telling the ground to deform. So these are the kind of tricks you see that obviously do make no sense, really. What I mean, the ground. No, it does. I mean, look at the thickness of that. So I say I am sort of seriously. I like the realistic weather mod, but I'm beginning to not feel it a lot. You know, the negatives, the snow every single March, and the mod are not doing anything about that. To me, is like I'm not feeling it. I feel like it's ripping it off and just going back to base game on that particular feature. There's loads of mods I've got are really brilliant, you know, like script-based mods that I wouldn't consider, that I really do think are fantastic. But some of them like this, although it's good, it's bad. You know, it really is persistently bad. Right, where are you? Yeah, it does. It's like now we can't work. This weather's here and it's going to take a while to shift. Oh, we're right over there as well. Yeah, might not even move. Might need to leave it till... Yeah, let's not rush. Let's just... Yeah, well, we've lost a day anyway, so... Let's go through till 1 or 10 or whatever. Yeah, because you've got also a chance that later on in the day we could still work at tea time. You know, something I never would have thought of in March. This massive amount of thick snow is crazy. Right. It is a bit random, as I said, yeah, because like balers, we've not had that many balers, and they've nearly all been base game. Oh, we've now lost the... oh, do we stop? Now that was in the blink of an eye. Mind you, the wave takes time. Yes, it does. Right, I'm not using that Massey in case it... Yeah, let's save the game, actually, thinking about it. We've had 3 warnings that something's not quite right, whatever it is. Yeah, and they sometimes still hover as well, as if the snow's... Right, let's get... So we can do normal header stuff. We still need a corn header, which I don't think we ordered one. We could sort of insist we make everything, and that would make it interesting, but we've not got enough fields, and they are not expensive, but they are an expense. Fantastic. Let's just... Yeah, next session I think we will start cracking on. Let's just get this repaired. So we have got 2 stone pickers. I know we've got the BD. It is a real big stone picker. That is a point, do we? No. We'll keep the other one as well. Sometimes it's useful to actually do the 2. Yeah, it's going to cost us a fortune to repair everything as well. That's the other expense we've got that is going to be gulp moments, and it is going to chip a lot of the profit. A lot. Yeah. And oh my life, we didn't repair it. And that's a cheap tractor, that's what I'm saying. Wow. Okay, so then let's just see, can we... Or are you marooned? Oh no, you're letting me off. Fantastic. Oh, we forgot about that other one. That's why we're a little bit further down than you think. So that's 50 odd grand or more. So let's grab that header, because that's a sale. And I mean, yeah, we've got good mower set, and got a baler, got the wood chipper. I know this map is probably, yeah, because FarmerBOB is not, obviously you can see he's not bothered about, yeah, trees. But then again, a lot of people aren't, and that's what I'm saying. Not everyone's. I'm not bothered about trees, but I do occasionally do them. I've done my trees to death when I was first in the game. So yeah, I had a time when I couldn't get on with anything else, and I literally forestry all of the time. And like, yeah, now the blood of many trees is on my hands, and I feel it. It's the way I'm going to like put it. So 411,000, back up to quite a high amount, but what I consider we could maybe afford another sort of, yeah, I mean the other thing is obviously we don't get, yeah, if we look at this, it's all white again, and it is a long way off top, so they are only a January product. So now we're building back up to, yeah, I mean we've got 22,000 litres. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, it can spawn, but you can see we've got what this is going to be at the end of the year is going to be probably $1 million or something we're going to make from this business. But again, it's a long way off. We've got to survive all year with what we've got. So we've got 411,000. The only business we've got to assist us is this business, which is a business which is buying and selling. So we can sell and buy and make a bit of profit. That's the thing that's going to get us through the year, is that particular thing. Oh, AXA is lowering, I believe. That also is for selling. So let's grab that back and sell AXA and repair that back. Then we're actually at the real place that we should be, and then we will leave this in time for me to just pop to get me breakfast and pop off to work. I might try and fix my liquid tankers. Yeah, what it is, I did quite a lot of blendering, and I've obviously inadvertently wrecked. Now I do know how volatile it is, so therefore I have backed things up. So I've got the old models still. And not the water tankers, because I didn't for 1 minute think that me doing what I did, knowing a trick or two, didn't think that it would do what it's done. Yeah, that's sort of been a bit of a shocker. So sell and repair. Did it repair it? Yeah, it did. It's just being very slow on sort of showing us. Right, so where did I stick the other lorry? I think it's over in front of here somewhere. No, it's here. Fantastic. So we'll have a bit of a procession going, I think, next session. We obviously need, it's still March, so we can do the grass sort of quite quickly. So we want the back, which is the other way. Yeah, so this is going to be a nice lorry back, and I think it's bulk now. Yeah, I used to like this, but you know, like this style of back. Right, now I've repaired both. That's all right. But it never used to be bulk, and so you could only ever do grains. And I've had them sitting on the side of a Let's Play for an entire Let's Play where it was just. Now I think this has got a. We chose the option to have something at the back, didn't we? Or was that the other one that we sold? Can't really see very clearly. Let's have a look. You know, it's there. Yeah, we've got it. Fantastic. So it will carry. You could sort of put something on the back of this. Now, we all know it's not meant for a lot of things, but it will work for the odd thing. So let's try and assist. Might work on that. That does look like a... Well, let's have a go. No, I did say the Colossus is probably your best bet. But yeah. Chris S. and Riley S. strike me as modders who do give you those kind of options, that like I do as well. That I mean, it's got multiple trailer attachers. So does BB Mods. Yeah, so... Right, let's get that ready to repair too. I don't want to be going down to the farm. We've not got a repair point just yet. So there are collectibles, but I haven't seen anything. So FarmerBOB is a man who hides his things very well. Now, why does this not surprise me? Now, we've got to leave the baler in the back. That's it. Getting a bit more used to that now. Ooh, I didn't repair you. Wow. My bad. So, yeah. That's all repaired. I thought we may as well at least do this. It's not a bad option. We're not going to need to do everything, though. So we do need the baler. We do need the... Now then, this is... Let's save the game once more. Because the Massey is the tractor we've got to go with. And if this still does, you know, like, break, we do know it really is the Massey that's at fault. Yeah, because this is the tractor that I've got left standing as the one... where we need to get the bits and bobs. Well, the other thing is I would like to know... Oh, is it the other way? It's hard to tell, actually. No, I think I'm right. I think it's facing this way. It is. I couldn't see a 3 points on that back bit, but you can see the triangle on the back of this one. I would imagine this is probably going to be a little bit pricey. Now then, let's try to go not exactly the same path. And it may not make a whit of difference, but let's save the game again. Yeah, we came from the bottom every single time. I'm trying to... It might be, you know, not that you can... It's not possible for you to... What did that say then? Oh, it'd be the refill fuel. Nearly £1,000. Oh my life. And that's now that's a type of repair cost I can swallow. Right, fantastic. Oh, be careful. Let's not have any shenanigans. So we'll get everybody ready. One thing we do need which we can sort of get the store telehandler to stick on is the Pilatus, so we could stick that on the back of that. It's just going to be one of those. Yeah, it's snow. But yeah, we need the Pilatus. Stone picker not so much at present, so we might be able to put the mover and that both on if we're lucky. It all depends. Things are often wider than you think they are, so we're not left too much behind. Harvester we're not worried about at the minute, really. Fantastic. So yeah, we've taken all of the equipment we need. If we grab the Pilatus and the mover, I think we'll be alright. The Pilatus is the most important of all, of course. Yeah, so I've really got to try at some point when I've got a serious modding sort of session to... wow, this is heavier than you think. I didn't think it would do that. Wow. I don't know how heavy this is. Wow. Okay then. That's shocked me a bit actually. I wouldn't have thought that was that heavy. Three times. Seems to be going back to normal. Yeah, that's how many times it used to sort of take. And being as I was in the same rough place, it really was that was at fault. So this is going to be a real bit of a struggle to actually do, to lift this. Yeah, it's going to be maybe possible or maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort of like manhandle it, aren't I? It's partially on, but I'm not sure this is going to work. It's a very messy way of doing things. I've got to be careful as well not to grab the lorry. I think the mover's the only thing going on there, and it really is not important. So, you know, I think we could have this as the first vehicle with me driving it. Yeah, I think we could. I think that's not a bad option. Although lorries, they're not as bad as harvesters. Right, let's just put the Pilatus on. Yeah, that shocked me actually, because I would have thought the mover wasn't that heavy. Unless it's something I've done with the physics when I didn't blender it. No, I did. Well, it did go into blender. That's what I mean. Is did I change the physics on it? I don't think I added solidifier or anything like that would make it heavier. No, it was already solid, so I didn't need to do anything like that. Yeah, there's certain physics where you can actually. Yeah, I mean this is like as light as a feather almost. You know what I mean? Is it's not struggling at all. That's my work alarm. Do we show this or do we just take it down? Because you all know I'm no way am I going to like reset this little lot down there. Although I have done, but yeah. I'm just going to do a procession. Well, we could do that then. Let's do that now just to prove that we are going to do this properly. Yeah, let's take this down to the farm as a procession at the very last job that we do this session. Right, smashing. Okay then, so fantastic. Let's get everybody lined up that with this going. And I will lead with the... So we want to grab you. Right, so I'm going to say my words, yeah. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. that is a wrap. Yeah, definitely. Right, so all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.